Hi everybody, my name is Sarah and I love to do cash stuffing, cash condensing and savings challenges. Today is going to be slightly different. I know that some people don't know how to do the envelope stuffing method, so I thought I would show you how I budget and how I can show you how I do this, and maybe it might help you. So today is all about learning to budget. So I hope that you enjoy this video, and I've been wondering whether to do it or not for a little while. So feel free to come along and see what I actually do and what all my videos are, what they're all about. And maybe that might be something that you're interested in joining. So I've already started with, this is the kind of layouts that I would use. Now, I've done this very basic, very easy to understand, and I will go through it with you how I would do this. So at the top, well, I would start with the month, say May, because we're in May tomorrow. So in the ins, I normally put down how much we would get, but today we're going to get £2,500 and I get paid monthly. So on this budget sheet that I've created, we're going to say I get paid £2,500 and I do this monthly. I know people get paid weekly or every 2 weeks, but this still works. This is just one way of doing this. So then I write down all my direct debits. It's a lot longer than this, but this is just the example, remember. Okay, and then what I would put down here is I'd say, oh, rent was 500. So that's going to come out of my bank. All these will come out of your bank. I'm going to do this very simple. So over in the UK, we have council tax. This is just to pay basically for the land that your house is on. And it helps to pay for police and other things like that. Sky and Virgin, this is what we subscribe to get great channels. So I'm going to put that as £100. Water, you have to pay for your water, so I'm going to put £50. Gas and electric, well, we all know that's going through the roof, so I'm going to put £200. Home insurance, I'm putting 10. My TV, just to have TV because you need a license most of the time, I'm putting that as 15. Now my mobile phone, I'm going to put as 35. And of course, the dreaded credit card, which is why I'm doing this whole method. I'm going to put that I put a direct debit of £100 a month. So this part is all the bills that come out direct debit every single month. They don't change, or they might change by a penny or so. But with everything going up, it's best to look at this every single month. Say with council tax over here in the UK, you can pay it for 10 months or 12 months. We do 10 months and then you get 2 months free, which goes towards my extra debt. But I would put, say, I don't know, February when you don't have to pay, that would be £0, because £100 will not be coming out of my account, which then can go towards extra debt or something different. So it's best to check this every month, especially if you get your letters saying, oh, your rent is increasing or Sky Virgin is increasing. Especially after now, it's been April when most bills go up. So check this every month, make sure that your direct debits are the same each month, and if not, write it down how much they're going to change each month. So this is your direct debits. You then add this up, which will be £1,110. So that's what's coming out of your bank. Out of your £2,500 that you get in a month, 1,110 is all going on your bills. Of course, you'll have different bills like childcare maybe, or something else, or you know, it might be shorter, it might be longer, but this is just an example. So out of my 2,500, I have spent already 1,110. A lot of money. So then I have to go and buy food for everyone. So I'm going to put that down as £250 for the month. Again, I know this is cheap, but just an example. And then I need to get to and from work, and I also need to take my kids and pick them up from school. So this month I'm going to put £200 towards petrol. Now my tank does not take £200 of petrol. So what I will do is I normally fill up my tank. I then note down that I've got, I've only put £50 in my tank. I've got £150 left. That's fine. And then we add these two together, £700. No, 450. It's been a long day. £450. So we've got this number, direct debits, plus 450 coming out of here. Now, of course, we like to treat ourselves. So let's say that we're going to save up for a haircut. Now, a haircut, I'm going to do £20 a month. So every week, that's going to be £5 a week. Debt is going to be £40. That's going to be £10 a week. Birthdays, there's always a birthday. So let's save £20 a month, and then that will be £5 a week. Home, I always love to change things. So I'm going to save £20 a month, again, £5 each week. And of course, we all need a holiday once in a while. So I'm going to save £100 this month, which will be £25 a week. We add all this up and it equals £200. So there we go. So we've now got our totals from our direct debits, our food and petrol, and the sinking funds that we want to do, because obviously we want to save for different things. Of course, yours may vary, but altogether, adding our totals up, it equals £1,760. Now what I then do is take this away from this, and we are left with £740. Amazing. If your budget works out like that, that's amazing. So what can we do with this 740? We could waste it, but that's not going to help us. We're not going to get out of our debt. So we can do a rainy day fund for them all important things that just crop up. Extra payments towards, I don't know, maybe our debt or holiday, anything that comes out as direct debit. Can you pay off something that's a year's worth? Can you add more to your sinking funds? Let's get these built up. The quicker we build these up, the quicker we can use them, and our holiday will be paid off faster, or we could get our haircut faster. Things like this. Think long term. Can you get some of your £740 left? Why not add it part to your sinking funds and part to 6 months ahead, or all to your 6 months ahead? So then you would get your debts down, your 6 months ahead, you would have 740, which would come off this. So you'd be a month ahead. So if anything did happen, you were sick, your child's sick, you lost your job or something, things that you have to think of, which you don't want to, of course, but you've got this saved in either your rainy day fund, 6 months ahead binder, or anything like that. So this is kind of how I do this in the most simple terms that I could show you. So every week I would take out money. I would do a food shop, fill up my tank with petrol. Any money left over, I don't want in my bank, because that's where I tend to overspend. So I put all mine in my sinking funds, which is all my folders here. So every time I split it up between 4, so like I've done here, I would save £20 a month. This equals £5 a week. This money then gets put into a little envelope with me, and that's what I will stuff. That's the videos that you see every Friday or Saturday. And that money will then go into my folders. Are we okay so far? I'm trying to do this very simple, but I'm not very good at explaining. So, I know a lot of you have probably seen things like these. Oh. Now, this is called a placeholder. It's called many other things, but I call this a placeholder. Now, what I do not want in my home is a load of money in my different envelopes, because if I ever got broken into, which I hope not, I don't want all my cash that I've worked so hard to be stolen. So I take it out of the folder, of the envelope. So this one is my Christmas one. I would take it out, hence the tracker. I would take out £50 and I would take the £50 of cash into my bank and replace it with one of these. That way I know that in my bank I have £50 and I can check on my tracker that I have £50 and make sure that all of this is correct with the money in each folder. And then it stays like that. I then put that £50 that I've taken out of here into my bank, into a different bank account than my normal bank account that all my direct debits come out of. I put it into a saving one, the one with the most interest, because I'm not planning on spending any Christmas money anytime soon. And my new home, that's going to take a very long time. So again, that's in a high interest savings account. And then all I do is, if necessary, you want to track your spending, I would then turn the page, which I've done before, and I would put out. So on my out, I would put out here and in here. So I'll sell, if I've got things and I'm having to clear out, I might put things on Facebook or eBay or anything like that. And any money I make, I would put in here, because of course, we're not expecting this money. We don't know if our things are going to sell. So I will total up how much I have saved at the end of the month or week. It depends on how you want to do it. And if I go over budget on something, which obviously I try not to, or something comes out that I've paid by card, which should come out of here, but obviously I can't carry all these around everywhere. So I would then put it on here, and at the end of the month, take it out of my folders. That way my folders are correct, my bank account is correct, and everything is fine. Is that okay? Because that's the best I can explain it. It's very hard to get your mind into saving, but it is worth it in the end. Trust me, I'm still learning and I think I've done quite well. But yes, the folders are what you go to. Any money that's over a certain amount, minus £50, I don't like any more than £50 in each envelope, goes into the bank, goes and gets interest, which is free, and then you get more money that way. And while it's sitting in the bank and not doing anything, it might as well earn some more money. Now, the next part, I also earn from Airtime. Now, none of this is promoted. Don't think I've been promoted to say any of this, but I like to get rewards. So you may have heard of Top Cashback. This is where it's kind of like Google. If you want to go to New Look, instead of going to New Look on your phone or on your computer, click on your Top Cashback rewards and type in New Look, and you can get a percentage back of what you spend. Don't worry if you're not spending anything, it won't do nothing. But if you go through that, then you also do your normal shopping. It works on Iceland and other stores. Just type it in, click on it, and then just carry on like normal. After you've done, I don't know, say you spent some money on your food shopping in Iceland, you then get a email the next day saying you've earned cash back. You go on it and you can see how much you've earned. Now I have got a referral code. This has been brilliant for me because at the moment I have earned, since starting it, which was about 3 years ago, about £700-800. So as you can imagine, that's fantastic. And twice a year I take it out, one for some holidays and one for Christmas. So that's also building up, but not in my sinking funds because I don't know what the total will be. But I've got a referral code that will give you some money, and it will give me some money once you've used it for a certain amount of time. So that's the Top Cashback, which is brilliant. But sometimes when I'm out and about and I've got my card, I like to just buy a coffee or something like that. So for that, I had to find an app that would pay me to use the card. So I found Airtime rewards. Now, technically it takes money off your phone bill, which then takes your bill down. But at the moment, when I took some money out, it went into my bank account. But you use your card like normal. It has all the different shops you can go into. I don't really pay attention to that because I don't want to overspend. So if I was to use my card and I went to, I don't know, Greg's or something, and I brought myself a hot chocolate or cup of tea or whatever, it would then say to me, oh, you've earned money back because you went into Greg's. I mean, okay then, I won't say no to that. But if you would like, I would have a referral code for that, and you get £1.50 back from there. I also get £1.50, but that's just a great way of just using your card like normal. And sometimes you get money back, which is always an added bonus. Top Cashback I rely on. Sometimes I forget, and just as I'm pushing the checkout button, I stop, quickly go into Top Cashback and carry on that way. It has all my things in my basket anyway that I was going to check out with, and I just check out through there, and then you get your money that way. So these are a few different things that you can do. I also sell clothes on Vinted. I did do eBay, but eBay, the prices were ridiculous, the seller's fees and stuff like that. It wasn't no point. So I went into Vinted and I sell old clothes on there, things that the kids don't wear that I randomly find in the back of my wardrobe that I know I'd never wear. So I put them on Vinted, and that's quite an easy way of making some money, and you can withdraw anytime you like. I did used to do Body Shop, but I don't do that anymore. And I think that's about it really. I can't really think of many more things. Sometimes I'll put things on Facebook. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do. I would like to try and save as much money as I can, but I do use Top Cashback, Airtime rewards and Vinted. And I always buy clothes off Vinted because I think the children grow up so fast. I'm not going to go out and pay £18 for a t-shirt that Thomas wanted. When I went on to Vinted, it was £3. So I'm very happy to spend £3 and getting the same, oh, thanks, Mum. But yes, so instead of me going on and on, there is some tips there that I thought that someone may want to know or may want to try. And that's my way of budgeting. There are many, many, many ways, but this is my way of budgeting, and that's the way that has worked for me so far. So I thought I'd share this. It's been a bit do I, don't I, but if it helps someone, then I'm happy that it's helped. But yes, if you want to follow my journey, feel free to hit subscribe below, and you can see me build my funds and hopefully become debt free. And yes, thank you for listening, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.